नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. Hanuman, having just come to the presence of Rama and Lakshmana and had prostrated to them, he spoke words, Valmiki says, which came direct from his heart. Evam mam paribhashantam kasmadvaina vibhashatah. Then he asks them, Evam mam paribhashantam kasmadvaina vibhashatah. I am going on talking, but you are not saying anything. And how is it that you do not answer? I am repeatedly asking you. And before Rama, but quickly he adds, Sugrivo nama dharmatma kaschidvanarayuthapa Viro vinikrito bhrata jagat brahmati dukkita praptoham preshitastena sugrivena mahatmana ragya vanara mukhyanam hanuman nama vanarah. There is a dharmatma called Sugriva. A great chief of monkeys. He is someone who has been dealt unfairly by his brother, and he is wandering over the earth grief-stricken himself. It is he who has sent me here, that Mahatma, Sugriva. It is on his bidding that I have come here. And he is the chief king of all the prominent apes of the world. And I am his messenger here. And my name is Hanuman. I am a monkey. I am an ape. And he, Dharmatma Sugriva, has sent word that he desires friendship with you. Please know that I represent him here. I am the son of Vayu. I am his Sachiva. I am his minister. And please also know that I can take any form at will. And I can go anywhere. I have come here in the form of a bhikshu, in keeping with the desire of Sugriva. So he has opened all his cards and placed it. Before he has his innate honesty. Forbids him to not say that this bhikshu form is not who I am. But that form has achieved the purpose. He does not need it anymore. And he would be loath that he would get any information now. In a form that is not his. So he says all that, and he also says, this is why I have come, this is who I represent, this is who I am, this is my official visiting card. Evam uktva tu Hanuman stau virau Rama Lakshmanau vakyagyau vakya kushala punarno vacha kinchana. Valmiki is a craftsman with words. He says exactly what is needed and says no more. And that is what he says Hanuman does. He says, Hanuman, having spoken thus to the two great heroes, Rama and Lakshmana, Hanuman, who is a Vakyagya, who is wise with words, who is speaking to Rama Lakshmana who are Vakya Kushala, who understand the implications of words. Having spoken this, Punarno Vacha Kinchana, he spoke no more. He waited for the reply. Turned and spoke to Lakshmana. And he said, Sachivoyam Kapindrasya Sugrivasya Mahatmanah Tameva Kangshamanasya Mamantikamupagata. Lakshmana, this is the minister of Sugriva. Mahatma Sugriva, he says. Mahatmana. When you are talking to the minister of the other king, you speak in honorable terms of the other king. He is the minister of Mahatma Sugriva. The one whom we wish to see has arrived by himself here to us. The translation is usually what one sees is that I think mostly the reference is that we are seeking Sugriva. And Sugriva's man is here. But the Sanskrit verse is very, if you look at it without looking at all that, very simply, straightforwardly, what Rama is using that meaning perhaps, but he's saying, Tameva kangshamanasya mamantikamupagata. The very person that I wish to see, I long to see, has sought me out and come near me, come near to me. Kangshamanasya is I long to see, I wish to obtain that. I was desiring to see. I was waiting to see. The very person that I was so longingly waiting to see has himself sought me out and come to me, Lakshmana. But the verse can very definitely mean that I am seeking Sugriva and he has sought me out himself. That's how Rama starts. By speaking to Lakshmana. And he says, Tamabhyabhasha saumitre Sugriva sachivam kapim vakyagyam madurai vakyai sneha yukta marindama. Saumitri, he tells Lakshmana. Saumitri, talk engagingly to him. For the minister of Sugriva is wise with words. And he speaks sweet sentences. So full of sneha. His words are so full of affection, of fondness, of tenderness, of love. Saumitri, speak engagingly to him. Rama does not speak directly to Hanuman. He turns to Lakshmana and says, speak engagingly to him, Lakshmana. So, in the sense that the minister has come, so the king very graciously, having accepted that he is representing Mahatma Sugriva, is so fond, his words are so nice, he's wise with words, all of that, very person I wanted to see, couched in what he has said. And then he's telling the Lakshmana, as he said, because there is a protocol, imperial protocol. The king graciously is asking his right hand to talk to him. That is one. There is another meaning, there is another reason. That will become evident as we go along, but we will put it, we will look at it. Vakyagyam. In fact, immediately we will see some verses now which Rama says of Hanuman. It is very clear to Rama that a is extraordinarily knowledgeable, extraordinary scholarship, extraordinary culture and refinement. So to converse with him, the right person would be Lakshmana, who is Adishesha Avatara. Lakshmana himself is the repository of all knowledge, all grammar. And we will not dwell on that now, because today it is about Hanuman and Rama. But the context, it is relevant. So on Lakshmana we will do that in the next week's session when we have it. But that is what he does. He asks Lakshmana to speak to him, but he doesn't immediately ask him to speak. He continues with his introduction, so to say, of his assessment of Hanuman to Lakshmana. And he tells him, Na nrigveda vinitasya na yajurvedharinah na samaveda vidusha shakyamevam vibhashitum. Says Lakshmana, no man who has not undergone the rigorous discipline of learning Rig Veda, no man who has not committed to memory the whole of Yajurveda, no man who has not attained proficiency in the proper recitation of Samaveda is capable of talking the way that he has taught, as well as he has done. It is not possible. Sugriva had sent Hanuman saying, you see, you watch their words, you watch their body language, you watch that, you find out what their intentions are, etc. Here Rama has been watching everything Hanuman, his every move. How he's talking, what he's talking, where he's talking from, everything he has seen, and he's telling Lakshmana now. He's saying, no man, no person who is not an expert in all that. And there's a reason, and that's the people, we are not experts, but there's exactly a reason why Rama has chosen every word here, apparently. That no person who is not undergone the rigorous discipline of learning Rig Veda, who has not committed to memory all of Yajurveda, who has not had the proficiency, who is not proficient in the recitation of Samaveda, is capable of speaking as well as he has done. So this verse itself is perfect, actually. This verse also contains all the attributes that he is telling of Hanuman, is in much more measure, perhaps there in Rama, when he is telling this, he is sharing these attributes about Hanuman. There is apparently there is reason why the discipline is needed in Rig Veda Dhyana. There is a challenge in committing to memory Yajurveda. There are recursive anuvakas, etc. And of course, Samaveda, the recitation of it, there is a mastery needed. All of that he has got, says Rama about Hanuman to Lakshmana. And he says, Nunam vyakaranam krishnam anena bahudha shrutam bahuvyakardanena kinchid apashabditam. Surely, Nunam, he tells Lakshmana, surely he has heard and learnt the science of grammar many times over. Bahuda. Narayakrit. Vyakaranam is a master, surely. He has spoke so long and so much without making a single grammatical slip. Bahu vyahartanena. the commentators explain that yes, you are a Veda Parangata, you know the Veda. That is one thing. But when that gets, there is a difference between the Chandasa, the person who recites the Veda, and a Vyakarta, who brings that into his day-to-day speech. That perfection of usage of words and tones and all of that, that when you bring to your speech, when you are talking, that is called a Vyakarta. He says it is clear that he has learned the science of grammar many times over. Namukhe netrayorvapi lalate cha bhruvostata anyeshvapi jagatreshu doshas samviditah kvachit. He didn't make a single slip in grammar, Lakshmana, I told him. To Lakshmana, Adishesha Avatara, who is a grammar master.